Hello and welcome to the MCATresources.com Resource Spotlight. Today we're featuring the Jacksparrow2048 Anki deck, and I want to just go over briefly what is this all about, where does this fit into your studying, and then I'll show you exactly how to install it, where to get it, and go from there. So this is an Anki deck, and if you don't know what Anki decks are, they are flashcard deck, right? So pre-made flashcards that play for Anki. And Anki is a software that will let you do your studying similar to something like Quizlet, but where it excels is it actually schedules your cards at the perfect interval to show you the least amount of cards for the highest amount of retention. And so when you have a very, very large studying endeavor like the MCAT, it'll help space those out as best as you can. Now, this deck has a lot of flashcards, about 6,000. It's very detailed, and it comes kind of like aligns with the Kaplan books, and there's still a few extra things within the deck that might not be. I think there's some AAMC content in there as well. And then a few other things that you should know is that some people say that this is a little too detailed, and then people criticize the Jacksparrow2048 deck as not following the least unit principle. And what that's saying is instead of breaking down and making each card a fact, right? So like, what's the first step of pizza? How long do you bake pizza for? These are all individual questions testing individual facts. There's a lot of cards in here that might be, how do you make pizza? And so you might spend a lot of time on that card, and you won't be able to actually shoot through a lot of cards to be efficient while you're studying. Now, the last piece is that this deck was made for Jack Sparrow. He got a 527 on the MCAT, which is near perfect. I mean, that's 1 point away from perfect, but there are spelling mistakes and things that only a deck that would be for a single person would have. They're not made for the intention of other people to use it, but here, it's here for you, it's free, so if you want to check it out, go ahead. If you want to check it out, go over to MCATresources.com and search up the Jack Sparrow Anki deck. And I will actually link directly to this here, and you'll click view resource and you'll download the Anki deck. From there, all you have to do is come in and you have to go to click on the actual deck. It'll import it. It'll take a couple seconds after you import, and then here we go. We have this massive deck in here. Now, what I would do if I were you, I would put all of these into a single MCAT kind of deck. And as I'm studying, for example, if I'm studying chemistry and I just finished chapter 2, I'd click on the chapter 2 chemistry, I'd hit study now, and I would start answering these questions. What is the group what is a group in regards to the periodic table? The vertical column, okay? And I'd go from there, and I'd try to study every single day. And yeah, so that is the Jacksparrow2048 Anki deck. If you want to read what other people are saying about it, check out the MCATresources.com page. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment.